Hello there, friends and neighbors. Thanks for coming back to my channel once again. This is me, Stella Hendricks, and I am here to do a Girls Next Door era Playboy review with you. Today's is rather special, like most of the magazines that I pick out. This one's going to be October 2001, and one thing that makes this issue so special is Miss Stephanie Heinrich. She's out here. She is one of my favorite centerfolds, and we will get to see all of her pretty pictures in here in a few moments. So let's dive right in. Oh, first we have to find the Playboy hat. It's not really hidden, it's just on the football over there. Let's see. The world of Playboy. A piece of cake at Cannes. Hef and his girls greeted the paparazzi at a press conference in the American Pavilion at the Cannes Film Festival, where he accepted another cake for his 75th birthday. The European tour also took Hef and his posse to Milan, Munich, and London, where their arrival made headlines and the girls got in some serious shopping. I think this is before Holly, right? Yes, it is. So this would have been around the time when she was going up to the mansion. Oh, okay, so I also had to point out, Holly and Bridget both told stories about when they first auditioned for Playboy. For whatever reason, I think it was around the same time frame, they both wore silver bikinis that in hindsight, they were like, what was I thinking? Well, it was around this time, and I think that it's the whole millennium thing, because look at these bunnies down here in their silver outfits. And later in this magazine, I saw something else similar, but I think at the moment, we were all thinking about like that Millennium album that the Backstreet Boys had just put out, and we were all kind of like trying to give off those vibes. Fun times. This is one of my favorite part of the magazine. Seeing all the little goings on. Oh, there's Stephanie Heinrich. There's all the girls. How cute they look. How much fun. I see London. I see France. Hef chartered a luxury jet for a 2-week jaunt overseas, where he and his 7 girlfriends partied with international stars and kept the paparazzi up all night. Looks like a good time, I'm not gonna lie. What? The good times continue. There's a third page of these. Hurrah. Wow. Hef in high spirits at the yacht party he hosted on the last night in Cannes. Sandy and Mandy Bentley, remember them, made a surprise appearance at the party and danced with the host. Oh, where? Oh, there they are. Oh my gosh, I'm making a video on Sandy Bentley. She is one of my Starlights and Harlots. She is the one who was dating the Wall Street millionaire who turned out to be not such a Wall Street millionaire, but more of a Wall Street Ponzi scheme artist. And he gave her all of this fabulous jewelry. And he even gave her a replica, like a real replica of the Pretty Woman necklace. And it really did cost $250,000. And it was I'm not gonna tell you the whole story, but it was part of a cursed treasure, as it turns out. I will tell you the whole story later. It is a good one. I'm very excited. I am hopefully, when I get my next paycheck, I'm gonna buy the book that Mark Yagala, who is the the Wall Street boyfriend millionaire guy, he wrote a book about it. He wrote a book about it with all the tea, hunty, and I have not been able to get a hold of it yet, and they cost like $100 each, at least, when you can get a hold of them. So, ergo, waiting for the paycheck, you know. Oh, this is great. Okay, also, I am obsessed with James Bond. Another thing that anyone who watches my channel will be aware of. At a 2001 Christie's auction, the white bikini immortalized by Ursula Andress in the first James Bond movie, Dr. No, sold for $60,000. Those white bikinis are iconic of James Bond. I didn't really watch the newer ones. I think we got tired of them when we got to like the 1990s. Maybe we should get back into them. But mostly I really love the old school James Bond. Like Roger Moore and Sean Connery. And, ooh, I like Timothy Dalton. There was that one other one who did it one time and then like disappeared off the face of the earth. Who was that guy? I kind of liked him, but my husband made fun of him. Maybe that's why he disappeared. Oh no. Oh dear, but I liked him. Anyway, so the white bikinis, if you watch those older James Bond movies, they're all over town. Everyone has a white bikini, at least all the girls have a white bikini. And they usually spend a good portion of the movie running around, for some reason, in said bikini. It's fabulous. Okay. Want to make a statement? Founded in 1975, the Erotics Gallery in Manhattan has an extensive selection of sexually charged artwork from the past 3 centuries. This reminds me of, I think they have a similar thing in Vegas. It's like the Museum of Erotic Art or something, or the History of Sex or something. I have no idea, I forgot, something like that. They also have the Burlesque Hall of Fame, which is a different one, which is also amazing and you should go see. But this is a different sexy museum that they have in Las Vegas, because of course they do. Oh, here it is! Okay, the silver bikinis live again. Bridget and Holly were reading this magazine is what? Oh my gosh. See, the silver bikini makes perfect sense to me. I know exactly why you ladies picked the silver bikinis. I would not, well, I probably foolishly would have gone with the silver bikini or something like that myself, but with my skin tone, it would have looked terrible. I would have gone maybe with gold. I'm much more of a gold girl than a silver girl. I think silver doesn't really suit me so much. Although in high school, I was crazy about silver, and that was around the millennium, wasn't it? So, makes sense. Okay, Rapid Rios. All right, I don't usually read the whole feature, but this one was really meaningful to me in particular, so I am gonna go ahead and read it, and you'll understand why, I'm sure, as I go along. In her favorite automotive fantasy, classic car buff Leilani Rios is cruising down the Pacific Coast Highway towards Malibu Beach in a 1957 Corvette convertible in two-tone baby blue and white. That's my fantasy car, says the 21-year-old kinesiology major at Cal State Fullerton. Her real car has some muscle too. The 5 feet tall, wow, she's tiny, 98-pound Rios drives a 1967 metallic blue Mustang with a white vinyl top. I love classic sports cars, she purrs, giving new meaning to the term autoerotic. Rios is thrilled to be talking about anything other than the story that has put her in the national spotlight and made this shy, happily married student to a persuasive... what's going on? Rios is thrilled to be talking about anything other than the story that has put her in the national spotlight and made this shy, happily married student a persuasive argument for the legal right to dance in a strip club and run on the college track team. Her coach didn't quite see it that way. I am scandalized by this. It all started in 1999 after Rios was recruited from Cal State Bernardino, where she had been the #1 runner her freshman year. But with no scholarship, she needed help to pay for school. she decided to try out as a nude dancer at the Flamingo, a club in Anaheim. I've been dancing since I was 4, to everything from merengue to R&B to hip-hop, she says. I love music. So dancing on stage at a strip club was easy, totally natural to me. Plus, she knew that she could make as much money dancing 1 or 2 nights a week as she could at a full-time job doing something else, leaving plenty of time for her to study and run. Almost like it would be a really good job for her. But one night, some members of the Cal State Fullerton baseball team visited the Flamingo and caught Leilani's act when her coach John Elders found out he kicked her off the team. I wonder if the baseball team got in any trouble for going to said strip club where Leilani is in trouble for working at. Probably not, something tells me. Rios was devastated. I was always a good student, she said, but when I got kicked off the team, it was hard for me to concentrate on my studies. Every day I was at school, I'd see my teammates practicing in the morning when I'd go to class, and I'd see the track team in the afternoon when I was leaving. It would kill me. For about 6 months, I would cry every day because I couldn't be there with my teammates running with them. My grades went down. Then the press took notice. Soon her story was on 2020, CNN.com, and Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Now Rios says she's become a symbol for freedom of speech. The dancing I do is totally legal, she explains, and it's protected by the First Amendment. I am not doing anything wrong. Although she has contemplated filing a lawsuit, Rios says that all she wants is to be reinstated. I'm hoping to be the top runner for Cal State Fullerton. The coach is not a bad person. It's his religious beliefs, that's all. Other than that, he's a really nice guy. There may be some hard feelings at first, but I think we'll do just fine. She's much nicer than I am. That guy, and fuck your religion. Over the summer, she was invited to rejoin the squad pending NCAA requirements. After she graduates, Rios plans to devote herself to a career in physical therapy. Meanwhile, she will continue dancing. Her husband, Wayne, 31, is completely supportive. He has a very good attitude about me dancing, says Rios, and he trusts me 100%. Work doesn't influence my sexuality with my husband at all. He'll sometimes stop by and say hi while I'm working, but most of the time he just lets me work. He trusts me because I come home to him every day. She emphasizes the safe atmosphere at the Flamingo Club. It's totally legal and it's a clean club. It's upscale. There are bouncers watching you, watching the guys, making sure they don't slip up. It's safer than cocktail waitressing, where drunk guys grab waitresses' asses. No alcohol is served there at all. So there are no guys out of control, loud, oblivious, or drunk. Dancing is fun and makes her feel sexy, says Rios. It's actually fabulous for women. She chooses her own music and costumes. In addition to her popular Britney Spears schoolgirl look, her cowgirl outfit with chaps keeps the guys champion at the bit, while her patriotic red, white, and blue stars and stripes ensemble makes them stand up and salute. I bet it does. Rios continues to run several times a week in the hope of being back on the track team. Her dancing helps to keep her in shape too. Leilani is proud of her petite, naturally athletic body and doesn't feel the need for any artificial enhancements. A lot of men do actually prefer the small, petite, natural look instead of fake boobs, she says. Any girl can get fake boobs. People appreciate my being natural, even though I'm not a big busted girl. I'm petite, but I still have a nice shape. Guys love my boobs. Oh, that's so true. So many guys, it's really not about having big boobs or small boobs. It's more about having nice boobs. And I had tiny boobs and they were okay boobs, but I just always wanted big boobs. You know, from the time I was a little kid, I imagined myself with this incredible rack and it never came in. So I did go the fake boob route, but 100%, you do not need fake boobs. Not at all, do you? I really like the way she describes her experience. It sounds like she went into it with just like a better perspective on it than I did. You know, I came from the Mormon like missionary world, like the true believing hardcore Mormons into Las Vegas. And I was like, okay, I can't be Mormon anymore. And I left that. And I tried so hard to get another job, and I found myself going quickly into the stripping world. So from going from the Mormon world into the world of the strippers, two entirely different worlds, and I kind of bypassed the middle of the road world. And to this day, I'm still kind of figuring out what the middle of the road entails. And it's curious to me that so many people are weird about things that I thought they'd be not weird about, because I was in the stripper world where nothing is weird and like nothing is taboo. And so in the real world, they are taboo, but not as taboo as they were in the Mormon world. It's a whole thing. So good for her. I absolutely loved that article. Good for you, girl. Oh, we're gonna show some pictures. Stripping! Also, though, it does bug me a little bit. See how empowering and awesome and great this is for her? Well, Hef had a well-known bias against strippers, and they would get in occasionally, like Kendra did, by saying they were co-eds instead of saying they were strippers. But I think that was so stupid, and it really probably hurt Playboy as an entity, because strippers are women who know the value of their body and know that they want to use their body as a tool for employment or self-empowerment or all these things. And they would have been ideal candidates for being playmates and for, being able to walk in that kind of life without a lot of discomfort. Whereas a lot of these girls from small towns didn't really know how sexually charged the atmosphere would be, and they were made to be uncomfortable. You should have hired more strippers, Hefner, instead of just posting their stories in your magazine when they ended up on the news. What an idiot. Okay, the featured article. I'm very excited. Oh no, god dang it. Oh gosh. Okay, be so careful when you use sticky notes on these things, because this is exactly what I mean. Look what it just did. It wasn't doing this before, but it just effed up this picture. See it? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna have to find a new tab for these things. Oh, my life is so difficult. Okay. Here we go. Stephanie starts over. Miss October has a sweet tooth for change. Cincinnati native Stephanie Heinrich has slipped into her new life at Los Angeles Playboy Mansion like she would slip into a comfy pair of pajamas. It's like a college dorm, she explains. I'm friends with all the girls, but there's always one who you kick it with the most. My new golden retriever, Beamer, lives with me at the mansion, and I love going swimming with him, but he's afraid of the monkeys and chases the big African cranes. The 21-year-old aspiring actor was a teacher's aide in high school and studied criminal justice at the University of Cincinnati before taking time off to fulfill her teenage fantasy of posing for Playboy. First in October 2000's Girls of Conference USA, and then is Playboy.com's first Cyber Girl of the Month. Cute. If I go back to finish school someday, I'd like to work my way up to being a homicide detective, she says. I also think drugs are a big problem today, especially with younger kids. I've always wanted to see if I could fix that somehow. I would just like to get one drug dealer off the streets. I think there's something about her face. She has one of the cutest faces. She's like a Cupid doll or something. I just want to squeeze her because she's so cute. I want to squeeze her little cheeks. Stephanie recently went on Hef's excellent European adventure and says it was love at first sight. I don't know how to explain him. He's not the average guy, she says. He's constantly working on the magazine or his scrapbook, always going. It's unbelievable. Although Stephanie enjoys traveling at hef speed, anyone who meets Miss October will find her remarkably grounded. I never forget where I came from, she said. After I moved to Los Angeles, a lot of people back home said, I'm surprised you haven't changed at all. Sometimes it's hard to find someone who cares enough to listen to your problems, but that's how I am. You might have to go back someday, so why change into something you're not? I'm totally down to earth. Good for you, Stephanie. Ooh, I love this one. Gorgeous. Ambitions: to continue modeling and pursue an acting career. Turn-ons: men in uniform, honesty, and guys with a sense of humor. Turn-offs: bad teeth and breath, hangovers, and conceited men. In 10 years, I hope I am a millionaire and married with lots of kids. My fantasy vacation: to go to a private island stocked with plenty of crystal champagne with my dream guy, relax in the sun, drinking and dancing on the beach, and having wild sex all night long. That is a good fantasy, girlfriend. My favorite food is chicken supreme burrito from El Pollo Loco. Oh, so cute. Okay, you ready? Gorgeous. Since she says in here that she has a sweet tooth, I wonder if she's the one that Holly mentions in Down the Rabbit Hole as eating chocolate cake for breakfast, because that sounds decadent and delightful. You mean I can give my body to science and still be around to enjoy it? Just another eat and run. I would have said dine and dash. I think that would have been better. Elvira's night moves. Oh, it's doing. Someday I will learn. Someday I will learn how to not destroy my magazines. It's gonna be an incredible day. She walks in beauty like the night, but this sexy but strangely wholesome ghoul next door. For 20 years, Cassandra Peterson has portrayed Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Queen of all Halloween media, who, like the undead and Dick Clark, spookily never seems to age. Now she's been captured in all her towering-haired, voluptuous, campy, vampy style by renowned pinup artist Olivia de Berardinis. I know her, but I can never say her name. I saw a meme recently that said, the space between Dolly Parton and Elvira is Bridget Marquardt. Bridget Marquardt is my fave. I love her so much. I wish that we were best friends. Okay. I think we have one more. We have two more. Okay. I hate it when I pronounce them dead and she brings them back to life again. All right. Playmate news. Let's see. Which one was I gonna read? I can't remember. I was supposed to, maybe I was gonna read something on the back. Well, I can't remember what I was gonna read, and so, oh, I think I was just noticing these down here again. Oh, the silver bikini, I mean the silver bunnies down there for the silver bikinis. I think that's what I had this marked up for and I just forgot. Okay, well, we're just gonna read. It says, loose lips. Let's read what it says. You can make mansion parties as wild as you want them to be. I sit back and watch. Then you get Scott Baio. We just call him the Playmate lapdog. He just doesn't care. You know who is a dork? David Lee Roth. He's got a bad comb over, but he's still trying to be hip about it, says Nicole Wood. If I was going to get breast implants, I would have done it before becoming a Playmate. If I did it now, I'd be shot by 1 million people, especially Hef. He made me promise I would never get them. Summer Alice. Oh, we'll have to look up her. All right. That is it for the October 2001 issue featuring Miss Stephanie Heinrich. And also something very cool, if you do not know, Stephanie Heinrich has also written a book, very much like Holly Madison did with Down the Rabbit Hole. Stephanie's take is a little more positive. I think she had a better experience than Holly did, which is fantastic. She has some interesting stories in here about the mansion, some interesting stories about her life afterward, and I thought it was great. I thought it was interesting. I briefly read through it all because I also do book reviews on this channel, and I wanted to wait to do my real deep dive into it until we were going to feature it here on this channel, and then we could kind of review it together, because I really like to hear the feedback from other people who enjoy these same things that I do. So thank you for coming to the Stephanie Heinrich issue, or episode, whatever, of Stella Hendricks, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.